This is getting ridiculous. This house is 7,000 square feet. I can't even fit it into the frame. 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, $3.5 million. This house was built in 1922. 22? Nobody tell Leonardo DiCaprio. What the Why do I feel like an extra on the set of Goodfellas? You think I'm funny? Funny how? You think I'm a clown? What up, MTV? Welcome to my crib. Yeah, come on, the Diddy party's this way. I'm so glad there's no bidet. Bidet people think they're so much better than us. They're like, well, if you had shit on your arm, you wouldn't just wipe it off with a paper towel. Yeah, but I also wouldn't just rinse it off with water. Now you're just spraying your shit everywhere. This house keeps going and going and going. It doesn't end. It's like the John Wick series. I'm only used to getting my dad Coors Light out of the fridge. This is the Girls Gone Wild viewing area, isn't it? That's right, Sarah. You take that degree in engineering. Oh no, I'm naked in the tub. I hope a man who's 6'3" with a gambling addiction and a temper similar to my father's doesn't walk in. You're amazing. It's not your fault the end of your belly button looks like a Vienna sausage. I feel like I'm the bartender on the Titanic. Might as well start drinking, everybody. We're all gonna die tonight. What do rich people do with a closet this size? This is where they store their tax write-offs. I thought it would be bigger. I've said that sentence too many times in my life. Share this with someone who can't afford a $3.5 million house just to make them feel like shit.
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
That was a very wonderful cold opening, and you were right. I was giggling a lot. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
$2.5 million. It could be yours if the price is right. Oh my goodness. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sunset Rants, where we give you the news, rants, and deep dives to get you caught up at sunset. I'm AK, your favorite guy, sitting here with Fluffy Hobo and Brian. Ladies are off tonight. They're doing some special stuff for you guys next week. So stay tuned because the next Facts and Sass is going to be a sassy one. So yeah,
looking forward to it.
We can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah. So tonight, Diddy's partial verdicts, possibly massive GOP budget showdown, FBI revelation, an Idaho plea, and the Buck Moon. But first, please go to riseofmiddleamerica.com. Go up in the upper right-hand corner. Click all the links. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We've got everything for you from history to news, pop culture, to true crime. Oh, yeah, that's right. And no, I think I got to point this way, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, that one right there. Yes.
Perfectly framed by Fluffy Hobo. Yes.
We got a QR code that you can scan with your phone. Takes you right to the site. You know, if you want to join the team, join the room of Discord. Your only gateway into the fastest growing podcast community on Rumble. Links on their socials are at the top of the site. Don't forget to check out our fashion as well, as we've got a merch site. We've got some pretty nice new merch that just popped up. I got new merch coming out next week as well. It's always updating. So please, oh, look at that. You got
all my shirt ideas keep getting shot down.
It's all right. One of these days, maybe once we get past that point where we don't get, nuked from orbit. But
I'm going to start my own clothing line.
Right. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't miss a moment of the action. Let's get into it. What do we got first? This is from Fox
Oh, yeah.
News. Yes,
Yep.
sir. Diddy beats Rico, found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. I mean, come on, guys. It's just a freak off, right?
I mean,
Jesus.
look, all the baby oil companies are really happy because their number one consumer is back.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
All I'm saying is buy Johnson & Johnson if you really think it's true.
No, they had a no, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there. All right. So the jury in Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial reached a verdict on all counts Wednesday. The jury found Diddy not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. He was found guilty on both counts of transportation and engage in prostitution. And who doesn't in Hollywood? I'm pretty sure if you go to any random Hollywood person's house at any point in time, go right now. And one out of the three is going to have something going on there that's probably against the law.
I'm pretty sure a crackhead could poop on the side of the street and it'd be in front of somebody who's paid for a prostitute.
Oh, absolutely. Count 1, Rico, not guilty. Count 2, sex trafficking, Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Mann Act, transportation, Cassie Ventura, guilty. Sex trafficking, Jane, not guilty. Mann Act, transportation, Jane, guilty. RICO violation can result in 20-year sentence. The transportation engaged in prostitution charge could carry a sentence of up to 10 years, while sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion may carry a 20-year sentence. AKA, I've got dirt on everybody, so back off.
So he will get 20 years, but for good behavior and a lot of friendly handshakes under the table, he will get 3.
Time served. No, he's going to get house arrest.
I
That's what he's gonna
mean,
get.
that's not a punishment for Diddy. How many Diddy parties have been at Diddy's house? That's not a punishment.
I mean, can they order him not to have parties?
Technically, no, because we have the freedom to peacefully assemble.
Ah, but it is
And
California.
if he starts his own religion, it'd be good.
I mean, that's possible. That's possible.
Yes.
Hey, anybody at home's clipping this. This was foretold on this very program.
Oh, it was.
Yes, it was.
Good to know the orange shirt never goes out of style.
Yeah. Sunset Rants will go on record right now and say that Diddy did not kill himself.
Diddy did not kill himself because Diddy's still alive. But if Diddy did kill himself, Diddy did it?
Did Diddy did it? Did you just pick it up yourself?
I did.
Man.
I did.
Yeah. Sunset Ranch will go. Yeah, so we kind of predicted this.
I mean, 50-50. He was guilty of 2 of the 4 charges. 50-50. Those are 5 charges.
40, it's like 40-60.
You know, betting 1,000 when nobody's looking.
I mean, batting 400 is pretty good.
I don't know sports.
You don't. Oh, never mind. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So we've been saying all along in the case of the overcharge by the government that they were taking these very nuanced relationships and trying to make them criminal. That sound familiar? Harvey Weinstein's former lawyer, Donna Rotuno, told Fox News, quote, I think Mark Agnifilo did a really good job in closing arguments, highlighting that to the jury, overall, just a huge loss to the government, the money that they spent on this prosecution, the amount of press notoriety. This is definitely a win for Mr. Combs. I mean, he's got a slap on a hand, basically. He's like, don't you do those dirty parties. You got to be careful.
You don't do any more dirty parties, Diddy. Next time, give me an invite.
Yeah.
Some judge, probably.
This does not reflect the views of Roman Nation Network. And
I would also like to point out, if you would please bring back the article and the look at that painting, the sketch work. How is that not a meme at this point?
yeah, that's Diddy going, I got dirt on you too, bitch.
Now this is
Definitely.
evolution.
Oh man, I mean, this is so. Look, you can go to all the freaky parties you want. I'm not going to sit here and judge you. I'm not going to confirm or deny that I've been to a couple of freaky parties myself. Maybe not as good as Diddy's, but I was young once. I feel like this is a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a distraction for something different.
I have
Now,
a prediction, and it's not good.
do tell.
So, you know how Justin Bieber came out against Diddy pretty hard and was like, I have all this evidence and whatnot I've been sitting on for years. I wouldn't be surprised if Bieber has an accidental car accident.
Well, it doesn't matter because the case is over. So at this point, I mean, I would less see that and more see like an accidental underage girl in his room somewhere.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna say that Justin Bieber is gonna be in the news again, probably relatively soon, and it's probably not gonna be good. And if it happens, I want to be on record saying I called it.
Well, I guess we're about to find out because
Yes, sir.
breaking news. No, I'm just kidding.
It's John Cena with the steel chair.
Oh my God. We're the ladies. We need them. We're totally destroying this show. All right. So we got, I mean, that's about as far as it's going to go. You've got all the charges there already. Got all the convictions. He's convicted of 2 out of the 5 crimes. And now he's going to go sit peacefully. He's probably going to go out tonight and celebrate. Unfortunately.
No, I don't think so.
He's still under detention, isn't he?
Yeah, isn't he still in detention?
I mean, I guess. Oh well, yeah, because of the two charges he was convicted of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The sentencing is later this month, I believe.
I mean, it's a question of does he post bail or not? I don't know if it's allowed. It kind of just depends on the state, really.
it's
if he's
California.
But if he's seen as a non-violent criminal, he might be able to post bail until his sentencing is in process. So he can get his affairs in order during that time. Some courts do that, some courts don't. So it's kind of a toss-up.
Well, where's he going to go?
Home.
Right? Yeah, exactly. He's not going to leave the state. What's he going to go to New York? He's going to go to fly out of the country. Like
he's going to go to Guatemala.
I've been there. It's actually quite beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to go there because they don't know how to testify.
No, that's Venezuela.
Or the Philippines. Depends on how much money you got. And Diddy's kind of rich. Philippines, let's do it. Private jet, anybody? One-way ticket.
That's funny. All right. Going from freak-offs to BBBs.
Oh, yay, the Hill, the bastion of all free speech everywhere.
Exactly. White House summons.
Second to worst to Politico and The Guardian. Let's go.
That's third worst. But anyways, White House summons House GOP holdouts threatening Trump mega bill. Cross-section of House Republicans from hardline conservatives to moderates are headed to the White House on Wednesday to meet with President Trump about the party's tax cut and spending bill. The meetings come as GOP leaders lean on Republican holdouts who have voiced serious opposition to the bill, threatening leadership hopes of getting to the president's desk by July 4th. Hardliners are vowing to vote against the procedural rule for the bill, which would bring the House floor to a standstill. Representative Ralph Norman from South Carolina, a member of the conservative House Freedom Caucus who voted against the rule in committee early Wednesday, said he was headed to the White House to meet with Trump, along with other lawmakers in the group. A source familiar with the matter told The Hill that the White House invites Freedom Caucus members to the gathering. Most Republican lawmakers relented on their concerns with the bill when it came up in the House the first time after Trump and the White House deployed a strong pressure campaign cajoling the members to get on board. So there's also some other stuff in here that people haven't seen. One of them is, revamping Part 702 of the Patriot Act. I mean, we've talked about this probably 2 other times on Sunset Rants in the last year.
Remind me for those in the back.
Yeah, so basically 702 allows the federal government to basically spy without any consequence.
So it's a Fourth Amendment violation. Got it.
Exactly. Now, allegedly, it is for what do you call it? Terrorist organizations. So, like, they're allowed to spy on them regardless of what's going on. Now, if you're an innocent bystander and you just happen to text one of these people, they can go after your information as well, even though they said that it's not going to be used against you, but they have it anyway.
Or if the media calls you a white nationalist, you're on a terrorist watch list. Oh no, look at that. Well, he's not a white nationalist. He's a white guy and he's a nationalist. He's a white nationalist. Now everything's off the table.
And Fluffy, you got a beard and a bandana. That's like a quadruple whammy.
Yeah, I've also got a sign that shows how to dissect a pig behind me. So, yeah, I get it.
That's funny. But yeah, so one of the bigger issues was the spending, because for me, on defense, right? So what on defense? Well, the first thing that they mentioned was that they wanted to bolster border security and ICE agents and all the other stuff. Fine, I'm okay with that. But you want to give more money to the Pentagon?
Didn't the Pentagon fail the last 5 audits?
7.
Oh, 7. My bad. That's even worse.
Yes. So
no more money until we get a clean bill. No
more money until you tell us exactly where all of those lost pennies went. What was it? $6.2 billion out of nowhere, like that just disappeared.
Look, I'm okay if they just straight up come up and like, okay, we've got $7.2 million in black budget programs that we can't tell you about because they're classified. All right, as long as the math is mathing, cool. Like balance the book, wrap it all up. You can pass an audit easily.
Spoiler alert, the holdouts plan didn't work. They got enough votes to move the bill forward. So,
oh, goody.
Yay.
Yes, the other one is Medicaid. Right. So the other one is Medicaid, but first we got Funk Master General with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, "If only there was a way for we the people to put forth our bills and make our employees in Congress finally work for us."
Oh, you can do that. It's just very difficult to do by design. What you need to do is you need to go to one of these professional activism websites and order yourself a protest on demand, and then start protesting the local government that you have. And that's one way of getting it done. It might cost you some money, but money is the lubricant that gets government moving.
Yeah. Rebel with No Yell says, "We have a Stargate program. Cool. Saving the planet from evil aliens. Go you." Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, but the other things are Medicaid. And trying to get Medicaid to away not only from illegal immigrants, but also from people that are abusing the system.
Now, I want to push back a little bit on this because immigrants aren't on Medicaid. Hold on. They are not on Medicaid. The states are getting rebates to Medicaid from the immigrants using Medicaid programs.
Oh,
a lot of Republicans are falling into this trap saying immigrants are on Medicaid. Technically, no. They're getting rebates, though, which shouldn't be a thing.
I've never gotten a rebate.
Yeah, neither do I.
Right? Like, should I get a rebate for being healthy?
You would think so. You would think insurance companies want you to be healthy and happy and whatnot. But realistically, I think it's like they plan on 15% of the people in the insurance program to be as unhealthy as possible, which raises rates and whatnot. Now, there's nothing to stop you from making a health nut insurance agency and getting people to join into it. There's nothing stopping you except state laws. Like some states have insurance different than others. So do that with what you will, but you can make a local insurance. No problem.
Right. That sounds like a Romanation episode.
That sounds like Waco.
Oh,
Just wait. It's like, yeah, we're just a bunch of like-minded people staying together that's buying up gold and silver, making sure we have a nice institute to ourselves with a religious aspect of some sort. ATF's over there like, stop, my penis can only get so erect.
tell me about it. So this time around, let's continue with the article. This time around, however, some members are demanding changes to the Senate-passed version of the legislation to win their support. Deficit hawks in the House Freedom Caucus and beyond are furious at the Senate bill. But I guess this doesn't matter why I'm reading it because they just passed it.
Yeah.
So
I will say one thing I'm happy about is this one bill. That's what they did. They took out because there was a lot of grassroots support for it.
Mhm.
They were going to auction off, I think it was 3 billion acres of public land. They were going to auction that off for people to buy. And BlackRock and State Street were like, go on. What? Why, you telling me I can buy land? All right. And they ended up kicking that out of the bill. There was a lot of pushback from hunters and like nature advocates, like, no, not happening.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that's good.
Yep. Well, those are like major implications coming in for you. But all right. Let's see. Oh, nope, he's back. There it is. So this is also from Fox News. FBI blocked probe into alleged Chinese 2020 election meddling to protect Ray from fallout. Documents show. Brian, go ahead and play that video down there if you could.
Oh, shit.
There we go. $22 an hour. That's awesome.
Yeah, $22 an hour, except most of those people just drop it off at the post office and FedEx.
Let's go.
You're welcome, Amazon.
Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day one.
We are not sponsored by Amazon.
No, we are not. Safety. They're building a giant sorting facility near me, and this thing is almost 5 acres large with almost 16 giant buildings. Like the Amazon facility is almost the size of my high school, dude.
Last week, we
And
told
there's
you
6 of
about
them.
a potential Chinese plot to influence the 2020 presidential election. FBI Director Kash Patel
Oh, you don't say.
has declassified documents that allege Chinese efforts to ship fake driver's licenses to the United States to let Chinese sympathizers cast fraudulent mail-in ballots for Joe Biden. Now, there's a new twist. Daily Mail reporting Director Patel uncovered proof showing former FBI Director Christopher Wray buried that report because it contradicted his testimony to Congress that China was not conducting foreign influence campaign in United States elections.
The James Comey honeypot intelligence analyst.
I'm trying to pause the darn thing. I keep.
Their product goes back.
Sedition.
I mean, anything is possible at this point with the year that we've had.
I think this is going to classify as cruel and unusual punishment nowadays, but tarring and feathering politicians should make a comeback.
And they survive. They
I
survive.
believe not a single person was ever killed by tar and feathering. I fact check nothing.
Oh my God. Brought to you
Join me
by
Friday for
Whammo.
even worse.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're definitely keeping you off of YouTube on Friday. No,
I am not built for YouTube by any means.
not at all. But I'm still wondering, like, what else have they uncovered? Because he should have a story every single day about the FBI the last 30, 40 years, right?
It's a matter of not what have they uncovered. It's more of how much can we throw at the American public before the country breaks. And I think they're just letting, okay, let's let this go and simmer. Now let's let this go and simmer. Well, let's try this one.
Testing the wind, right? Just like,
yeah.
I mean, for people like us, we'd be able to handle it. We stomp our feet and then just call it a day. But I think the biggest issue is who's in power, right? Because with Trump being in power right now, if he would have just let out all the dirty laundry of, let's say, the Democrats, then he has nothing to hold for the future for the next guy that's coming out. Because I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen, especially when it comes to the 26 primaries. But not primaries, what do you call it? The midterms.
Midterms, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so for the midterms, I'm pretty sure they're saving a lot of this for that.
So are you suggesting that you're looking into your scrying eye and you're going to see 2028 as just Trump going, fuck it, we're going to write it all off. It's all gone. Here you go. FBI, this is what you got. Deuces, I'm out. Like, it's just article after article after article of like FBI did this, and this in 2016 and 2020 and whatnot, and just all of it going through. Is that what you're suggesting right now?
Maybe not like that, but there could be a couple of eager journalists out of nowhere to get certain information that nobody else has and start, leaking things one by one.
You know what? I kind of want to make a montage now of the recent election of them saying the safest and most secure election.
Right.
That might be a good, 30 minutes.
We'll go ahead and put that. We'll go ahead and put that next to small business is the backbone of our economy.
Our democracy is in trouble.
Democracy.
Still love that tweet from Elon Musk. Change democracy to bureaucracy, and you'll see what they really mean.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I mean, how can the federal government possibly maintain everyone's freedoms without a vast intrusive democracy? Come on, it's for your own good.
Government is not designed to uphold your freedoms. The people are designed to uphold their own freedoms. The government is just there to make sure that everyone's safe as possible within the people's amount of spectrum of what they deem is an acceptable amount of safety, security, and freedoms. Everything comes down to triangles. You get both. You don't get all three. You get one or the other.
Yeah.
Or you get a lot of two, and then, but what I like about this is that the more powerful the two get, this one always has something to stop it.
Yep.
Right? And it kind of like works in all three directions.
Yep.
So
if you want high amounts of security, you get little freedom and big government. If you want high amounts of security and lots of freedom, you have no government. Like, this is what it is. Unfortunately, that also means there's no military, there's no National Guard, everything goes back to militias. Like, I mean, libertarians are probably like, yes, go on.
yes.
It's kind of like that whole cheap, fast, good triad.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about it.
If you want it cheap and you want it fast, it's not going to be good. If you want it fast and you want it good, it's not going to be cheap.
Right.
Wasn't that a Malcolm in the Middle thing? No, it was a Bernie Mac one. It was the Bernie Mac show.
Bernie Mac. Oh my God, I miss him.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Dude, I miss Bernie Mac, dude. Bring him. We need him back. We need him, Chris Farley, and like, I don't know. What other comedian? One of my favorite, Greg Giraldo.
Robin Williamson? Or
Did you just
Rob Williams. Look, it feels like the son should be on there. I mean, the dude had so many characters; it's hard to say sometimes. And people are gonna chastise me for this one. Trevor Moore needs to come back.
I don't even know who that was.
The
I
whitest
say
kid
George. I say George Carlin and Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg was Mitch Hedberg. I took a lot of inspiration from Mitch Hedberg for a lot of my jokes, so like I can agree with that one.
I can tell.
I mean, sometimes I say stuff I don't even realize it's funny until people start giggling. I'm like, oh hey, that was a joke. I had no idea. You're just as surprised as I am.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Every time I look at a spider, I said, I don't care if your name is Fred. You're not living here rent free and you're going to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, you got a mouth or a butt, right? Rent can be paid one way or another.
I think you're talking to the wrong crowd. Oh my goodness. All right, moving on to ABC News.
I'm sure this sentence said, yeah.
That's hilarious. Brian Cooper.
This is why I'm not allowed on Sunset Rants much. Look at that, 3 for 1 and a thicker, fuller hair. I'm sorry, what was the article?
And we got another super chat. Funkmaster General says, Fluffy, allow me to rephrase that. If only there was an effective way.
Only there was an effective way. There is an effective way, but it's going to require copious amounts of violence.
Right.
Because words are violence. Words are violence, guys.
There we go. All right. ABC News. Brian Kohberger admits to Idaho college killings in plea hearing. Brian Kohberger admitted to the killings of the University of Idaho students at his change of plea hearing on Wednesday, pleads guilty to all 5 counts despite the former criminology student's initial eagerness to be exonerated in the high-profile case. Exonerated. You killed 5 people. You want to be exonerated. Oh, right. At the Ada County Courthouse in Boise, Idaho, Judge Stephen Hippler asked Kohberger how he pleads for each count of murder, naming the 4 students, roommates Kylie Gonclaves, Madison Mogan, and Zana Kernoodle, and Kernoodle's boyfriend, Ethan Chapman. The victims' names cut through the courtroom, prompting tears from the families. Kohberger quickly said, guilty each time, showing no emotion.
The dude looks like he just realized the gerbil in his ass just died.
Kohberger. God damn it. Kohberger, who was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary in connection with the 2022 killings of the 4 students, will be spared the death penalty as part of the plea, according to a letter sent to the victims' relatives. He'll be sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences on the murder counts and the maximum penalty of 10 years on the burglary count, according to the agreement. Kohberger also waives his right to appeal as part of the agreement. Sentencing was set for July 23rd. At the start of the hearing, Kohberger, sporting a short haircut and wearing a button-down shirt, a tie, and khakis, greeted his defense team and his parents with a wide smile and took a seat. Kohberger stood at one point, and the judge informed him he didn't need to stand when addressing him. Okay.
This is filibustering the article. Okay.
He briefly answered questions, simply yes and no, making mark the first time his arrest of Kohberger spoke during court proceedings. All right, so motivation?
I think
he got rejected too many times on Tinder.
I mean, this is a pretty heinous crime, and the prosecution was going off all or nothing. It was going to be a death penalty case, and that's not something they were ever going to leave off the table. So the problem problem is even if proof positive, deadlock, jury's dead on, he's guilty, hang him. It's a capital case. It's good. Appeals can go on forever. Those families will be put through the trial of reliving their children's murder every time one of those appeals happens. And yeah, I don't like the fact that the state of Idaho is going to feed that guy and give him medical care for the rest of his natural life. I don't like that. That's not really justice. But that might be the best way to bring about closure.
Don't we have some landmine fields that are abandoned here in the States that we can go get him to clear out?
I mean, at
Just
least
hear a
one of
boom
them.
out in the distance.
I mean, at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's
I
all
know.
it takes.
I know where I'm at. There is an old World War II ammunition depot. We're close to where I live. And like the DNR has fences around certain areas. There's active landmines here. We don't know where they're at. Don't go in there. Like it's possible to be out there fishing and just hear boom. Yep, wild dog found one.
There's a massive environmental, time bomb waiting in the middle of every impact area on every military installation in the United States. We need to get around to cleaning that up somehow. So why not take some of these people, and have them go clean up the impact areas? Yeah, there's UXO out there. Yeah, you might die, but it's got to be done.
Every landmine that's deactivated, you lose 3 years of your sentence. Make it worth their while. Fun fact: buses don't come back.
Well, let's do the math on that. So let's say what is technically a life sentence?
Typically, it could be. I think it's the average of like 50 to 45 years.
Let's go to high end, all right? So let's do
double check that.
So let's do 50, right? So 50 times 4, 200 divided by 3. So he would have to dismantle 66 2/3 landmines.
So according to GPT, the many states, it is considered anything over 25 years. Typically, life without parole is 25 years plus. That is considered a life sentence. Oh, thanks for the context. If you're in the UK and you get sentenced with life, you're in jail until death. No questions. I didn't need the UK, but all right.
So he's got to serve at least 100 years.
Yep. If you got the maximum for 125. Yeah. That's a lot of landmines to disarm, buddy.
My goodness.
You either get real good or you no longer become a problem.
Or it's someone else's problem.
Nope. Vultures will clean that up.
All right, and then finally, let's have a happy story, shall we? We're gonna go to popular science.
Yes, let's.
I promise I'll make this dirty as possible.
I'm pretty sure you will. July Stargaze.
Just look at the headline. Do I need to say more?
Biddy and Valley are gonna kill us. All right, so July stargazing. Buck Moon, Lahana Noon, and meteorites soon. 2 upcoming meteor showers and warm weather make summer a great session for stargazing. July might feel like slim pickings for stargazers. After all, the month's most interesting celestial phenomenon doesn't even happen at night or in most parts of the world. However, patient nocturnal types will be rewarded twice over towards the end of this month. As the old age says, good things come to those who wait. July 10th, full buck moon. July's full moon is the buck moon, a name that comes from the fact that midsummer finds male deal antlers and the largest, most impressive for the year. If you didn't already know, deer shed their antlers every year. It reaches peak illumination on July 10th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. What's EDT?
Eastern.
Eastern Daylight Time, which means when the moon's rising, it's going to be really fucking hard to see because, it's late afternoon. So, listen, I was bored. I thought this story sounded interesting.
That sounded like a disappointment nose breathe.
Right.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself because this article is written like it's written for 8th graders, and we're smarter than this.
Right. All right, let's move on to July 15th. Lahaina Noon, number 2 for 2025. We discussed a phenomenon known as Hawaii as Lahaina Noon. Back in May, Lahaina Noon takes place when the sun directly overhead, resulting in a rather disconcerting lack of shadows. The phenomenon only occurs in the tropics and only for 2 short periods of the year. July 15th marks the arrival in Honolulu for the second and final Lahaina Noon for 2025. Time and dates vary in exact locations as per Love Big Island. If you're in Hawaii, your shadow will disappear for a few minutes in the following times. Well, I don't have to read that. You guys do that. All right.
Okay, now I actually learned something new. So, and it makes total sense. And the reason why it makes total sense is because the Earth is freaking round, people. Okay, flat earthers, get over it. Sorry.
Love it. July 20th and 21st, the crescent moon in the Pleiades. While every little of the moon is illustrated as wanes to compete darkness, the rest of the disk is still very much there. The resulting light can create some unexpected, lovely celestial phenomena of its own. A good example comes towards the end of this month as the crescent moon passes directly over the Pleiades cluster. As per Earth sky, this will result in the stars, the moon, and Pleiades appearing to vanish one by one and then reappearing as the moon passes by. To enjoy the show, look east an hour or so before the dawn. I am not getting up that early. And then, of course, we got July 30th. The Delta Aquarids reach their peak. Late July and early August will be a treat for the meteorite aficionados. There's a famous Perseids, which we'll discuss next month, but the Delta Aquarids are up first. This meteor shower will begin on July 18th, continuing throughout July into early August. The Delta Aquarids originates from the comet 96P Machholtz, which gets perilously close to the sun at its closest approach, and has a chemical composition that is pretty much unique amongst known comets. Also, if you're wondering how meteor showers relate to comets, we've got you covered. To observe the Delta Aquarids, look south of the brightest star of Fomalhaut. The meteorite's radiant point or point of origin is right above the star. The shower is predicted to peak around 2 a.m. local time on July 30th. That's a lot of stargazing and fun cosmic knowledge for July. Whatever you're setting your sights on, you'll get the best experience if you get away from any sources of light pollution. You might and you make sure that you check out our stargazing tips before heading off into the night.
Okay, well, that's July in astronomy.
There we go. Okay, is it time for Caption This? Hit it.
Am I supposed to like hit the wall or something?
Oh, come on.
I was supposed to play the thing. I didn't, but
spared no expense. All right.
This one, I just want to explain the origins of this one. There is a group of people in the town that I live in. I call them the Scooter Gang. They're all elderly, handicapped people, and they have those little electric scooters that they drive up and down the sidewalk on the main drag in town. Sometimes they'll just randomly ride their scooter across the street with no care to any oncoming traffic. They're a true freaking menace. So anyway, that's what inspired this.
Oh boy. Oh man. I've got so many different ideas of what I want for this one, but like some of them don't mix together, so I'm gonna have to think about this.
Okay.
I have what I call the DUI club. They call themselves the Night Crawlers, and none of them have a car. They are a motorcycle gang that all have ankle bracelets, and none of the scooters they drive are over 49 cc's. They are probably the poorest biker gang I've ever met.
Oh, we already got some comments in.
What we got here? Damn it. 2065 Black Lives Matter Daytona edition. That one's pretty good.
Oh my god.
What is it? The Look to the East, Lord of the Rings reference. Gandalf rides into the east. I'm probably screwing that one up. Grandsons of Anarchy. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good.
don't you be knocking the Life Alert or Squirt gang.
Oh my god. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so let's start off with Tay Drifts. He says 2065 Black Lives Matter Daytona edition. Lethal says me in my 80s with my friends bar hopping. Vashnik says grandsons of anarchy. You mean granddads of anarchy?
No.
And then, of course, you've got yours truly, Hell's Angels by day, Life Alert participants by night. Ooh, we got a new one from Vashnik. He says, Sons of Arthritis, Ibuprofen chapter.
Good. That's good.
Oh, these are hilarious. Country Chicken Buffet Roadsters. That's what Rebel from Rebel with No Yell. And then we've got Crimson Catnip with Tylenol Tornadoes. Oh man, these are getting better and better. Navasa says Sons of Walmart. Vashnik says they don't need speed. They've got Medicare. Oh my god. You guys are great.
I thought of one, but I don't know if it's any good. So here we go. Republicans of Congress took a new dress code.
Nah.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much. I can't really beat the Daytona one. All right, the Daytona one stuck in my head. Like, man, that's a really good one.
Right.
I think Tay kind of won it out of the block with that one.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of other ones coming in here. Let's see. We've got Hell's Almost Angels Diabetes Edition. That's from Tay Drifts. Jennifer N. Presley says Ankle Breaker Anonymous. Fashionik says Breaking Hips and the Law. Rolling Deep to the Early Bird Special. Oh man, it's not Hell's Angels, it's Hell's Retirees. Oh man, this is great.
Yeah, I still think that trying to find that one. That first one
2065
from
Black Lives
Tay.
Matter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that one wins.
I
That was
think
a
that
really
one
good
too.
one.
All right, I'm going to play my alleged producer card. Tay, you won it. Congratulations, buddy.
There it is. Oh my god. And then a honorable mention, we've got these badasses don't pop wheelies, they pop Metamucil.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
I don't know.
Oh,
With how
man.
unhappy they look, I don't think it's going to be Metamucil. It's got to be more than that.
Right?
Who canceled my AARP subscription?
That's hilarious. Fast and the Fractured Scooter Drift. The AARP or AAR apocalypse is here. Poppin' Pepto. Where were these like 3-4 minutes ago, guys? Come on. Oh, this is great. You guys are hilarious. Well, if you guys want to know how you can get your Caption This photo brought up, go to riseofmiddleamerica.com in the upper right-hand corner, which you can't see right now because it's in the way. Boom. There we go. We have a Discord link. That Discord link is now fixed. All right? So you can jump in. You can go down to our caption, our AI generator. Oh, not generator. What do we have in there? It's the AI chat group, right?
AI image dump.
Yeah. So there's an AI image dump that you can go into, and you can put in as many as you want. All right. But please make sure they're funny. Like, don't just put anything in there. And what we'll do is every single day we choose one from the Discord and we bring it up for the show that night. All right. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have every quarter, we're going to have a special for Sunset Rants where it's just nothing but Caption This. We're going to choose a winner, and the winner is going to win a prize. I actually still have the Roma Nation hat that was signed by Phil Labonte. So I don't know. Do you guys want to? I thought about doing it on Friday for 4th of July, but nobody's going to be on, and I want to get a lot more people involved before I give this hat away.
Yeah, that's why we're doing a drunken Q&A on FAFO Fridays, because nobody's going to be on to ask us questions. Big brain moment.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Well, yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us here on Sunset Rants. I'm AK, your favorite guy. You can find me on X at @therealRoma_AK. You can subscribe to me there. We've got Fluffy Hobo in the works. We got Brian, the producer. You guys got anything else?
No, just for the audience out there that follows us every night, really appreciate it. Makes it worth doing. And tomorrow night, I'll either be hiding in the booth again or maybe meditating on a mountain somewhere. I don't know. But
well, before you go meditate on a mountain, you better send me a stream key. Because I will be here entertaining you bastards on Friday. Rumble exclusive.
Absolutely.
We're going to get wild.
Nice.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night. And we'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.